Ecological issues, they affect us all. And so, tonight on Second Nature, we'll be recycling some old nature footage.
to be right.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Truth is stranger than fiction. And not many things seem to surprise me on the internet anymore, folks, but I come home from work and I check Discord, I have a message, and I kind of LOL at the photo. I thought it was photoshopped or something. but apparently not. And, you know, folks, I don't know what in the name of Alabama Hot Pockets is going on here, but apparently Darren Morrison, I get this picture we're going to see in a sec, and it's legit. I mean, and I know Darren's out in the chat, but he has put out a video and some photos proclaiming his love for Andrea Locke, in a relationship with Andrea Locke, folks. It's official. You know, and all I can say is I wish you crazy kids the best of luck. Now, probably what comes to mind to a lot of people right off the bat, does Von Helton know? Well, Von Helton just posted a morning coffee, and I left him a link to this video in that if he wants to watch. And I know a couple people have sent him a link, apparently. I've heard through the grapevine. If you're connected to Von, he's going to want to see this. Now, to be fair to Von Helton, I think he's made it pretty clear he's not interested in Andrea, right? But just the fact that one of his most vocal critics on the internet is now banging his ex-wife, folks. Darren, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just saying it how it is. I mean, if I thought this was like some long troll, some long game you've been playing and it's all just part of the thing to piss off Von Helton, I would make you your own award. I mean, talk about taking one for the team. But this is legit, folks. As far as I can tell, this is legit. We go to the post. Darren, I hope you don't mind. I mean, it's your public Facebook. You put it out there. There's the happy couple right there, folks. Me and my lover, Andrea. And there is a video on the Black Onion channel. We have the crazy couple. And there's more news on that too. We're going to check that out in a sec. This is something worth it. I want to make sure there's a few more people in here for this, because this is you can't script it. Like, what a year. You know, I talk about how I have these boxes for the Lulz cows, right? Like Vaughn and whoever, and you got to check. Like, Vaughn has easily checked all these boxes, right? That's required to win the award. If there's a lifetime achievement in Lulz, it's Von Helton. But the trick to winning that year is how many of these boxes that you can tick in that year, right? And I mean, Von Helton's, I mean, what would emo or you know, Reverend Shanny, what could they do to catch up to Vaughn? Vaughn swindled out of his property. He's lost his home, living in his car, cucked by John, dumped by Candace from a relationship that never actually existed. And now, one of his most hated trolls is banging his ex-wife. I mean, should I just give him the award now? I don't know an address. Can someone try? Can I get a hold of that guy that took the humble commode? Can we get an award out to Vaughn now? I see Lobsters in the chat. Yes, this was the recent anniversary of Grampy Lobster's passing. And I believe we've turned the 24th of October. Isn't that officially Grampy Lobster Day now? We've switched that from Vaughn. We've also claimed his birthday. It's Grampy Lobster Day. That's like the Memorial Day for Grampy Lobster now. Vaughn has lost everything. And I have something to tell you, Vaughn. The trolls, haters, and naysayers are actually your nameless gods. We've been trolling you with that the whole time, too. We are the nameless gods. So, I mean... Oh, and I set up Darren and Andrea. I set it all up, Vaughn. Everybody knows I didn't do it. I'm as shocked as anybody. But Vaughn will blame me somehow for it. But, yeah, we got the happy couple. Like I said, I want to give this a few minutes just to get a few more people in here. Just get some fresh eyes. I know it's early in the morning. Oh, you posted a Grampy pic. Cool. Cool. But just, you know, just by chance, Von Helton just a day ago posted a video about dating. Now, this is 26 minutes of him repeating himself and rambling. We're not going to do that. But I thought just to get a perspective. Just get a little bit of perspective here on what Vaughn, how Vaughn could have let Andrea slip through his fingers. Let's hear what he has to say about dating in modern times, and then we'll get into the rest of it here, folks.
Traditional version as opposed to the 2025 version of dating, and they are not the same. Not by any stretch of the imagination. And I guess that's why they want me to do a video, because traditional dating and 2025 dating are totally different. And I'm going to explain to you the pitfalls of 2025 dating as a result. But first, let's just dive right in this, and let's talk about traditional dating. Okay, as you can tell, I got a few gray hairs. And of course, most of this though is by nerves, not necessarily age. But still, I am 62. I'm going to be 62 here in just a few days. And so I can give you some pointers on traditional dating as opposed to 2025 dating. So that's what I'm going to do. So, traditional dating, as it was back in the day, what you would do is you would find out somebody that already has a girlfriend, and you would get him to have his girlfriend go talk to your potential girlfriend and say, hey, so-and-so likes you, he's interested in you, and wants to talk to you. And right then and there, you could be shut down. But if you're not shut down, then you proceed onward, and you ask her out on a date. And by the way, let's make it abundantly clear that absolutely nothing is to happen on that first date. You're not even holding hands, by the way.
Now, I want you to listen to this step-by-step thing that because I'm going to ask you guys a question at the end of it. There will be, there's a kind of, well, let's just get into it.
No kissing, no holding hands, no nothing. It's just a date. And you go catch a movie, you talk, you find out what her likes and dislikes are, what her beliefs are, and then likewise, hopefully she will do the same, and hopefully you guys are compatible. This is about finding out if you're compatible, right? And then on the second date, all right, if the first date goes well, then you have a second date. Now on the second date, you are allowed to hold hands. Okay, you're allowed to hold hands. And, so then on the second date, you find out more about her,
Thank you. Someone already jumped to it. This is what I'm thinking. It's like those 1950s, like, dating videos, instructional videos, like teaching girls how to be girls and boys how to be boys. And it is totally appropriate to take Susie to the homecoming. That kind of shit. And that's what I was going to ask. It sounds like Vaughn just watched one of those instructional videos. Just listen to this, and when you feel it, just give me a 1 in the chat if you think that he just recently watched one of these old 1950s instructional dating. It's like, this is like coming from a guy who's never really went on a date, I think, ever. So
find out some things that, what are her major turnoffs and stuff like that. You go on a second date. All right. Now, the third date is where you would introduce yourself to her parents if you haven't already. If you didn't do it on the first date or the second date. On the third date, you would introduce yourself to her parents. Let them know that you intend to date her, possibly even marry her. Of course, back then it was definitely marry, because, people didn't date unless they had the intention of marrying. So, you would make those proclamations to her parents. Get to know her parents and all that good shit. And then if they approve, then you have a fourth date. Now, on the fourth date, not only are you allowed to hold hands, but you might, and I emphasize the word might, be allowed to kiss on the fourth date. All right?
Be allowed. So, Vaughn's already got you meeting the parents, but you haven't even held hands, kissed, anything, right? In Vaughn's world, right? And, like, Vaughn never lived in this time. I don't know where the fuck he's getting. You think he waited? You think he went and, like, asked Andrea's parents? Like, this is, like, not only is it just outdated, this is, like, for, like, preteen. Like, you, as an adult, Vaughn, you think that anyone would go and, like, ask the parents permission? Sir, may I have permission to move on to the next step where I actually have physical contact with your daughter? Like, is that... I don't know.
Because after having permission from the parents and all that good shit. So you know, that is traditional dating as it was here in the United States. So what is 2025 dating? Okay, what is 2025 dating? All right, well, let's discuss 2025 dating, because it ain't nothing to do with that at all. Okay, not even close. All right, well, first of all, 2025 dating is you have all these dating websites. And they're like, yeah, man, you know, you could date these women online, you know. All right, well, first of all, texting a woman on your mobile device is not a date. It's just talk, and that's all it is. It ain't nothing else. Okay.
Well, I agree with Von Helton. That's not a date. But where Von Helton's confused because he never gets past that point, or he's talking to cam girls that are just like asking money for him to spend time messaging them. See, that's the thing, Von. You got to meet like actual people, and actual people don't actually want anything to do with you because you're just like a disagreeable, dislike. You know, just people just don't like you for whatever reason, right? You kind of got a smarmy personality. You stink. You know. You look creepy. Like you just you know. Anyways.
Okay,
I'm not trying to be mean, folks. Like, I'm really not. I'm trying to be like, you know, I'm just like being real. Like, I'm just being real here. Like this, you know. If that's your dating profile picture right there, you're just, you know, you're doomed, dude. Just
date, as I've already explained in the traditional version, is where you physically meet a person in real life. Okay, so obviously, if you're doing this shit online, that's not a real date. It's just texting. But they believe, the websites, I mean, the dating websites believe that is a date. And they'll tell you so. They'll say, oh yeah, that's a date. No, it's not. It's texting. And that's all it is. But anyway, moving on. All right, so you got these dating websites that insist that you're on a date. Well, you know, you want to avoid those like the plague, unless you just looking at the pretty pictures like me. I like looking at the pretty pictures. I'll make an account, and I'll just go there to look at the pretty pictures. You know, some of the women are absolutely gorgeous, so I'll just go and I'll look at the pictures. But you're never going to meet these women in real life.
that's because you go to these like Asian catfish sites where they're just generic pictures of like models. And Von's stupid enough. It's just like J-Dubs, right? Any account, you know, anyone could make an account and just put a female as the avatar and call it like fucking Sally Sue or something. He'd be like, hey there, Sally Sue, baby girl. Come on up, baby girl. Come to Jersey, hang out with me, baby girl. Like, it's fucking sad, right? It's just really fucking sad.
Ever. You'll never meet these women in real life. And if the website's honest, they'll tell you in a PM that you're never going to meet them. See, if you meet the women in real life and exchange emails and start talking on a personal basis, they don't make no money, okay? See, they make money by getting you to click on shit, all right? They don't make no money if you're sitting there talking to her on private email. You get it? So that's what this is all about. It's all about money. It's all about the Benjamins, all right? It's all about the Benjamins, baby. All right, so that's the dating websites of today. Well, Vaughn, supposedly people have met on eHarmony and got married in real life. Yeah. There was a short period of time where that did occur. You're right. However,
all right, does anybody out there actually believe that he's talking about eHarmony a few minutes ago? And yeah, I guess some of these dating sites you can pay for, right? But there are legit dating sites that people like meet and date. You're supposed to. The whole idea, Vaughn, is you don't go on and you look for like some Taiwanese 20-year-old, right? That doesn't even live in the same country as you. That if that's the type of site you're on, you're not on a dating site, right? Like the whole point is you're supposed to meet locals, right? And you actually meet in real life and go on a date. That's that's the point. But Vaughn is so fucking stupid that he goes on like a fucking webcam fucking or some fucking bullshit site and is paying women to talk to them. Like, it's just, folks, the shit abyss.
This is 2025. This is not 1999 when when the internet first got going and shit. All right, this is 2025. All right, dating websites today are not about meeting someone in real life. Their idea of a date, air quotes, is where you text another female on your mobile device. That is not a date. That's just talk. That's all it is. A date is where you physically meet a person in the real world and you go out on a physical date to a movie, to a restaurant, or something of that nature. All right? Just so we understand each other. Okay? These dating websites are just a way to steal your money. They just want your money. That's all they want. They don't give a shit about anything else. And you'll notice that on these dating websites, the women don't pay nothing. They don't pay.
I don't think I always see Shannon saying she's blocked. I don't think she's blocked, is she? Like, I don't think I've never blocked her. She was just I think she was just timed out. I don't know, tell her to try to come in with her account. Should work.
Pay nothing. They can write you 1,000 times and it don't cost them a dime, but it costs you money. Why is that? Because it's a honeypot. It's what they call a honeypot. It's a trap. Admiral Akbar from Star Wars. It's a trap. Well, it really is. Because all they're interested in is getting your money. These dating websites. They're not interested in you finding your true love and getting married. That's not what they're about. And besides, do you think these websites are going to spend the thousands and thousands of dollars to fly your happy ass out to meet this person? Fuck no. Fuck no, you asshole. Okay? So no, these dating websites are a honeypot. They're a trap. They're a trap to take all your money and that's it. So I log in to these websites just to look at the pretty pictures. Because I know there's no snowballs in hell and chance in hell that I'm ever going to meet these women in real life. And that's unfortunate. Now you say, well, Vaughn, how do you know? Because I had this Vietnamese girlfriend on one of these dating websites and 2 other women as well that I was interested in. But this one in particular. Okay, and I talked to her for months. I spent tons of money on that website. And then, and I supposedly met all of their criteria, right? Well, I met all of her criteria. She wanted to meet me in real life. I wanted to meet her in real life. We wanted to get married. Everything was great. And the website said, "No, fuck you. We're not gonna let you exchange information." Okay? So, word to the wise. No dating website, not even eHarmony or any of these other motherfuckers. They're never gonna let you meet in real life. That's a lie. Because if you meet in real life, they don't make any fucking money. You get it? Get it up here. They don't make money if you and her are meeting in real life and talking on your personal, with your personal email accounts. They don't make no money. And this is about making money. And it ain't about nothing else. Okay? So get it out of your fucking head that you're going to go on a dating website and you're going to meet somebody in real life. Now, you say, well, Vaughn, you met Andrea on SinglesNet. I did. Like I said, that was back in the day, though. That was back in the day where you could actually meet somebody in real life and get married. Well, those days are gone. They've been gone for years now. Okay, so put it away. It's not good. That's not, unless you just go in there to look at pretty pictures, you're not going to meet no one in real life. You'd have to spend, even when you meet their criteria, like I said, even when you meet their criteria, you're still never going to get married. You're never going to meet them in real life. They are not going to spend the thousands of dollars to fly you to Taiwan or Singapore or Ukraine or wherever. I guess Ukraine seems to be the hot thing right now. Oh, meet a cute girl from Ukraine, No, you ain't. No, you ain't, you dumbass. No, you ain't, you dumbass. You go on that website and spend thousands of dollars and never meet nobody in real life. Because it's not going to happen. Because that ain't the plan. That's not the purpose of a dating website anymore. The purpose of a dating website is to take your money. And that's it. All right? I could go to this one website right now. I could give them $1 million. And they still would not give me the personal information of any one of those women. They won't do it. Because
I don't think anyone wants you to have their personal information. Shannon, I found you in hidden users. Your account should work. Tell her that. But just please, I do have mods for a reason. So that's all I'm saying.
Can't make no money that way. Okay, you get it? So okay, enough said about the dating websites. So let's talk about personal dating. You have this woman that you're interested in. All right, now I'm going to say something, and everybody's going to think it's controversial. Controversial my ass. I'm trying to keep you out of jail, dumbass. So you better be listening, because it ain't controversial. The problem with modern dating in 2025 is that women have the control of the court system. Okay? In a court battle that's one-on-one between you and a female, you will lose every fucking time. And in fact, the court will go out of their way to get the best lawyer that they can for this woman if it's a matter of your version versus hers. You cannot win, dude. You cannot win in court. The courts are literally stacked against the man. All right? So, how do you date a woman in 2025? Well, here's how you do it. What you need is you a police officer. That's what you need. You need a police officer, or you need at least 2 witnesses before you approach any female in 2025. All right? You just do. Why, Vaughn? Because if you don't have that, and you go and talk to some strange woman that you never met before, all she has to do is say that you tried to rape her or that you tried to threaten her, and your ass goes to jail for life, dude. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it, because it's your word against hers, and like I said, the court will get her the best fucking lawyer they can find to represent her, and you don't get shit. Maybe if you're lucky, you might get a court-appointed attorney, but typically you have to defend yourself in family court, and that sucks. So, you need at least a police officer or 2 witnesses, okay? Then you approach the female and say, hey, I'm interested in you. Would you like to go out on a date? Blah, 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 which they will most likely turn you down because you don't have enough money, all right? Now, why is it that men have to have money in 2025? I thought it was equal rights and shit. Well, it is equal rights until it gets to you. Then it's not equal rights anymore. You still got to pay for everything. Hey, say, Vaughn, do you have any real-life examples of this? Yes, Candace. Candace is a real-life example. She expects the man to pay for everything. Well, that shit ain't been around since 1975. This is 2025. Women have equal rights now. They pay their own share. You pay your own share on a date. If you go on a date, she buys her food, you buy your food. She pays for half the movie ticket, you pay for the other half. It's all equal. It's supposed to be equal, right? Well, see, a lot of women have a brain fart thinking this is 1975 where the man pays for everything. No, those days are gone. And they were gone in 75. But they're gone. Okay? That's not how shit works today. It just isn't. Okay, so there goes the traditional date right out the window right off the bat, doesn't it? Yeah, because typically the guy pays for everything. All right, so, and back in the day, that was how it worked, but it don't work that way no more. All right, so you need witnesses, though. Because she could say, this strange woman that you've never met before, she could say you threatened to rape her, you threatened to beat her up. She could say all kinds of shit. Okay? So you don't want that. That's bad. That's really bad. All right. So now, once you have established that, then you should be all right. But just understand that this is supposed to be equal rights. She's supposed to pay her share. You're supposed to pay your share. And that's how it works in 2025. Because I'm telling you right now, if you don't have a police officer or 2 witnesses, and you go up to some strange woman, and she doesn't like you, or she thinks you're ugly or weird or creepy, your shit's toast. Because if you don't have witnesses, she could say anything. She could say you were going to rape her or kill her. What are you going to say in court? That you didn't? That's your word against hers. And they'll get the best lawyer they possibly can to represent her. I guarantee it. If you just happen to have money for a lawyer. Because they'll get the best lawyer they can find to represent her. Guaranteed. All right, so understand. This is a different world. This is not traditional dating anymore. That's long gone. Thanks to feminazism and shit. That pretty much ruined it for us guys. Feminism has destroyed the United States. It's sad. It really is sad. But it's the truth. And that's just the way it goes. And it sucks. But there's not a damn thing you can do about it. I wish there was. I wish we could turn the clock back and put everything back to the way things used to be. But it doesn't work that way. But yeah, this is 2025. Women that want you to pay for everything are still living in 1975. Well, 1975 was a long time ago. Okay, time to come into 2025, where the woman pays her share of the date, you pay your share of the date, and if you do go see a movie, you split the cost of the movie ticket. Or if it's a concert, you split the concert down the middle. Everything is equal, because that's what women said they wanted. Remember? They said they wanted equality. Okay, equality means you pay your half of the movie ticket, or you pay your half of the concert ticket. That's called equality, and that's what it is. Anything less is not equality. All right. If you would happen to find these women that insist on being traditional, then you're going to have to find a job that pays you double pay in order to be able to pay for everything. Otherwise, you're going to be up shit creek. Because, see, back in the day, man paid for everything, all right? And women didn't have to pay for shit. They didn't have to pay for nothing. Man bought it all. Man bought the house, the car, the boat.
Folks, if you're just joining, stick around. We got the best. We got the best for the end. I'm just waiting for some people to come in because this is worth it. And we're just killing some time with Vaughn giving us some dating advice. And then we're going to watch a video where one of his most vocal critics on the internet professes his love with his ex. This is getting very interesting, folks. We're coming into the home stretch of this year, and things are getting very interesting.
If you needed a new dress, the man paid for it. If you needed to go to some fancy ball or some fancy meeting or some shit like that, the man paid for it. If you needed a new ironing board to iron the clothes, the man paid for it. If you wanted to go to some social club at night with your girlfriends, the man paid for it. The man paid for everything. But see, the man could pay for everything because back then it was all based on the man's income. And so the man could pay for all that shit. Well, see, you can't do that today. Can't do that today. Those days are long gone. Destroyed by feminism, communism, the New Deal, and all this other stupid socialist and communist bullshit. And it's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate. But them's the breaks. All right? Them's the breaks. Now you say, well, Vaughn, could I correspond via email to this girl? And thereby I've got everything in writing, and she can't accuse me of that. Well, yes, I mean, technically, if you have an email and it's going to be hard for her to say you threatened her when you didn't via email. So you might have a leg to stand on that. But, you get a good lawyer in court, they might find a loophole around that. They could say the email where you threatened her was deleted or some shit, It's untellable. See, court is a battlefield, all right? And if you don't go into court with the intention of winning, you've already lost, okay? You go into a court of law with the intention of winning. Court is a battlefield, and you go in there to win. None of this mamby-pamby shit. You go into a court of law to win, period, all right? Anything less is garbage. Anything less is bullshit. All right? Because I guarantee you, when you go into that courtroom, the court is going to give her the best lawyer that money can buy, and she's going to absolutely own your fucking ass. All right? Because, like I said, the lawyer may say, oh, well, the email where he threatened her was deleted or something. Who knows what's liable to go on? Okay? So, no. You have to have fucking witnesses. All right, it's just and then there's another monkey wrench with the whole 2025 dating, because now, thanks to all this bullshit given to us by the Jews, this transgenderism and homosexuality and shit, now what you have to do is you have to have.
Yeah, it comes from the Jews, folks. In case you didn't catch that, goddamn Jews brought over all that homo stuff. It's really interesting too, because, and Darren, I don't mean to embarrass you, but I believe it was Candy Rain hanging out with Von Helton that found the the Daphne situation. That's all. I'm just going to leave it there. That's just really interesting.
Ask a female if she's female biologically, if she's female from birth. Because if you don't, you could get a transgender, and it isn't even a real female. Now you say, well, Vaughn, it's easy to spot these transgenders. No, actually, it's not. Years ago, admittedly, I put transgender into a Google search because I was curious. Curiosity killed the cat and all that. So I put it in there, and some of these women, they looked like real females, sounded like real females. But they were transgender. Some of them were actually quite beautiful, believe it or not. But they were transgender, okay? And that was years ago. I shudder to think what modern science is capable of doing today. But they, if they're willing to spend the money, they can look just like a normal female, and you will not be able to tell the difference until, like I said, you turn them around and you check for them 2 dots. Well, really it's 3 dots. But you can't pull her pants all the way down. But you pull her belt loop down a little bit and look for them 2 dots. You don't find them 2 dots, you better run like hell, motherfucker, because that's a transgender. All right? Say, hey, can I check the back of your belt loop for 1 minute? Or something. Any excuse you can think of to, check for those dots, man. As I tell you, you don't see them dots, you better run like hell, because that is not a female. Now you say, well, Vaughn, why is that? Because the female skeleton and male skeleton are different. Mm-hmm. The female's pelvis has to expand to allow for birthing the baby, right? And so hence the 2 dots.
Folks.
So,
you know what you got to do, folks? If you actually get out on the date, just drop a little Viagra in her drink. And then, because you don't know, right? These days you don't know. And you'll know soon.
Now, there was this one stupid-ass website that said, oh, men have the dots, too. I've never seen... I was an orderly for 14 years. I was an EMT for 5 years. I have never seen dots on a man. I've never seen them. Show them to me, because I've never seen them. Because if a man has those 2 indentations in the back, like a female does, then that means the skeletons are the same, doesn't it? Yeah. But that's not true, because we know from biology class that the male skeleton and the female skeleton are different. And they're different for a reason. You know, there's reasons why men and women are different. And these people, they keep trying to say that men and women are equal, are either delusional or they have an agenda. Because men and women are not the same. They are totally different animals. And anybody that thinks that they are the same is an idiot. They're a lunatic. All right? That's just the facts of life, man. That's just reality. But anyways, somebody wanted me to discuss the traditional dating versus 2025 dating. So hopefully I've saved you a lot of aggravation and a lot of trouble, because I tell you right now, you go up to some strange woman and start spouting off a bunch of shit. She's all she has to do is call a cop and have you arrested. That's all she's got to do. All right, just understand that shit, because this is not 1970 anymore, guys. Okay, 1970 came and went. All right, this is 2025. And things are different in this world. They just are. And you say, well, Vaughn, surely all these women aren't aggressive against men. Really? You don't think? You know, where are you living in a cave or some shit? You know, women are taught that men are evil. Women are taught that men are misogynic. Women are taught that men are patriarchal. Okay, women are being taught that shit. You better wake up and get a clue, because women are being taught that shit. All right? And as long as women are being taught that shit, you ain't got a fucking prayer, dude. All right? So do not approach a strange woman unless you got 2 fucking witnesses or a cop with you. Because if you do, you're in deep shit. There's absolutely nothing you can do when you get into court. Absolutely nothing, because it's your word against hers. And you will lose. Okay? I guarantee. I don't care if you've got fucking Perry Mason as your goddamn lawyer, you're gonna lose. All right? That's just reality. So anyway, I hope I've given you a comparison between traditional dating and 2025 dating. Because it's absolutely impossible to date in 2025. It really is. It's impossible. Okay? Because you're either going to run into these women that think you're a male chauvinist pig, or you're going to run into these women that expect you to pay for everything. So you're not going to win. You're not going to win in 2025. Why do you think all these men are buying these fucking robots, these Japanese robots? Why do you think they're doing that? Because you can't win in 2025. You can't go out on a date in 2025. So the men are buying a fucking robot, and the robot takes good care of them until she blows a gasket and kills you. But anyway, until that time, it's pretty good, I guess. So, now you know the difference between the two. Hopefully you'll survive. Holy shit, a half an hour? I've been talking a half an hour? Damn. Anyway, I got it out, so... Yeah,
I kind of lied. I said we weren't going to watch it all, but we watched it all just because... Why not? But folks, we're now drawing near to the main attraction. If you just showed up, give me a thumbs up. I sure would appreciate it. And, so the big news is, when I came home this morning, just to catch everybody up, that Darren Morrison... I don't know where it went. Anyways, he's well, let's let them explain. This is over here on the Black Onion, King of Alabama, folks. The big news. I'm sure Von Helton will be thrilled. I'm going to share a link with everyone too. You can tell there's no trickery, no AI. With AI today, you don't know. It's kind of like Von and the transgenders. You don't know. So Darren Morrison has been around for a while. He's been a very vocal critic of Von Helton in the past, and now again, I just got to say it, Darren. I got to say it. You did make videos criticizing Von Helton for taking advantage of a handicapped girl, right? I'm just saying. But in any event, I mean, I'm happy for the crazy kids. I hope you guys, it all works out. I mean, you seem happy. Be happy. But here we go, folks.
Hey, this is the Black Onion. I am the King of Alabama, and a scourge to the lulz cows who do naughty things.
Yeah. Hello, everybody.
Hola.
Who are you? Who are you? What's your name?
Andrea, aka Mouse.
This is Mouse. I call her Baby Doll. What happened?
Forgot to button up.
Oh, nothing showing, honey. It's okay. We're tired. We just got out of bed. I couldn't sleep, and then she got up. So
Had a nightmare.
we're gonna make a video. Let everybody know. Let Von Helton know. If anybody could send a link to this video to Mr. Helton.
Yeah.
Mr. Irv James. But it's Andrea. I love her. I'm not afraid to say it, admit to it.
Same here.
We've known each other for a while online, but, you know.
Yeah.
And then when I got divorced, she started talking to me a little more, and I drove 3 hours to go get her and bring her over.
EndTheDrugWarToday.com donated $50 through Super Chat. Bro, I was worried I wouldn't find worthy content for my new Asus XG32 UCWG, but, wow, oh wow. It just paid itself off. Solid wold gold.
Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Holy shit. That's very generous. I do appreciate that. Folks.
Unfortunately, she likes the goats. She liked the goats?
Oh, yeah.
She liked the geeses?
Oh,
I think she
yeah.
liked the
They're
geeses
so
the best.
cute.
And the doggy. We're taking care of Thor because he
And
got hurt.
chickens.
And the chickens.
I'm used to the rooster crowing because I guess to stay with a family member, but I'm not going to say who.
Yeah.
Protective.
I got the volume jacked.
Somebody sees.
Andrew's looking pretty healthy.
Yeah.
She got color in her cheeks.
Yeah. I still feel like I'm a little pale, but I've
She's a
been
little
sick.
pale. That's her skin color.
Yeah. And I've been sick last week. Otherwise, I would have been
Yeah,
down here.
she was sick. I was going to get her last week, but she was sick,
A
so.
stomach bug all week.
She had a stomach bug. She didn't want to give it to me and have me miss work.
Yeah, that sucked. I was so mad.
That's one difference between me and Von Helton is I work.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a provider.
I was supposed to actually had a job, but I was
Yeah.
staying with an ex-friend of mine, but things didn't work out the way we planned, and
Yeah.
ended up having to move back home.
But anything you want to say? I just letting everybody know.
I love you so much.
You do? How come? I didn't ever thought I was lovable, but she proved me wrong.
Yep.
And she's a very sweet woman.
Yeah. And shy.
And she's shy.
I hardly ever make a video of myself, and
Yeah.
I actually have a few karaoke videos I've made. Trying to get noticed in the music business.
She's trying to get her music going.
I've heard a lot of people say that I have a lot of talent. I'm just trying to figure out what my vocal range is and where I am on the musical level.
Yeah, we're both wearing camo.
And I'm on the verge of being on the praise and worship band
Uh-huh.
at my church.
At her church.
Yeah.
And then eventually she'll be going to my church.
Yeah. Ugh.
What's the matter? Got something in your ear?
Yeah.
Bug?
No.
Oh,
just
okay.
a itch, you know?
Yeah.
And
I
a
get
bump
those.
in my ear. I didn't know I had.
A what?
Bump in my ear. That
Uh-oh.
stuff hurts like hell.
Yeah.
EndTheDrugWarToday.com donated $50 through Super Chat. So glad to see that Andrea is happy. Congrats to Andrea and Darren.
Well, thank you again. That was very generous. And yeah, I mean, look, hey, you guys are happy. All the best to you guys. I mean, you know.
Oh, I know I broke out. I found out chocolate breaks me out.
Oh, then I get to eat all the chocolate then.
Yeah.
But we're in love with each other, so
Yeah.
you may think it's crazy or
But I don't care
whatever.
what people think, and I'm
Yeah,
very
we don't care what
religious
people
a
think.
little bit, and I don't care what people think. The only thing that matters is really what God thinks.
And, yeah.
Yep.
All right, that's all. We just want to let everybody know, to announce the world. And if you have any questions, I guess you can put them.
And his surprise.
And surprise. There. Let's get up closer, people can see it. I don't know, the lighting's not very good, but she's got a little ring right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Uh-huh.
I asked her to marry me a couple days ago.
And accepted.
Out in some rest area. I don't even know where it was.
Folks, and this where it goes next level. It's just not that they're hanging out. Yeah, motherfucker put a ring on it. That's right.
It was close.
It was
so we
close.
Folks,
Like,
congratulations.
I wanted to go somewhere like a park or something to
That's
propose to her.
disgusting.
Even though she knew I was going to propose to her, she already knew about the ring and everything.
I know.
But I just wanted to make it official and have it a good memory. So
Yeah.
I took her to a rest area that was closed. So we just got out in front of my truck, and, you know, the little barriers there.
Yeah.
We just drove up by the barriers, and Thor's down here. Thor ran over by my car on the way to go get her, Andrea. So I had to take Thor to the vet yesterday.
Yeah. He'll just go come around eventually.
And Hilda tries to attack her, so we keep Hilda outside.
She did only pet her yesterday, though.
But yeah,
I
she's
was
coming
shocked.
around.
She's coming around. It'll just take a little bit of time.
It's gonna take time to get Hilda on board, but Thor loves her, and my
And the
cat.
female cat likes me. She loves me.
Yoan just loves Andrea.
Oh, and I miss my babies.
She misses her kitties too.
I have 3 fur babies and some baby kittens. My cat had her second litter kitten.
Yeah, my cats are spayed and neutered. So
Mine aren't.
they're
Then
smart.
you got 3 kids,
So
too.
anyway, you
I
guys
worry about that.
you guys all have a good day and a better tomorrow.
Love y'all.
Love y'all.
All right, so there we are. That's weird. Wow. So I'm eager to see Vaughn's response to this. I'm sure this will not go unmentioned. I mean, congratulations, guys. I hope it all works out. You know, I hope you guys have a happy life together. And I don't think Vaughn will be happy about that. Put out his morning coffee.
5 news articles.
I
this
shared the
morning
link.
about
I
Geiger.
don't know if he's got
And
me
they're all
blocked.
different.
And I very rarely ever post anything or in chats. Folks, chances are if you ever see a Secular Opinion account in one of these Lols Cows chats or posting, it's not me. You know, I think it's funny. I've already mentioned before, I don't mind. I think it's lolsy. But it's not me. That's me, just so you know. That's me right there. So, Vaughn, I'm eager to hear your response to this. I mean, what do you think? Maybe he'll say, you know, all the best. All the best. You never know. Could be surprised on this one, folks. But that's where we're at. Here for a good time, not a long time. Thanks for coming. Thumbs it up. And have a good day. We'll see you on the other side of this, folks.